Well, ahead of the festive season, in a development that is likely to come as a relief for those looking to buy gold, the gold prices have fallen today. After hitting record prices, an all-time high of close to, in fact, 28,750 rupees for 10 grams last night, the gold prices have tumbled to as low as 27,189 rupees for 10 grams. Now, this is, of course, a fall of over 1,500 rupees within a span of less than 48 hours. Now, experts say that they have pointed out, in fact, that as the world stock markets gained in momentum today, the gold prices started to fall. And well, more news from India Inc. TVS Motor Company, the country's third largest two-wheeler manufacturer, has entered into a memorandum of understanding or MOU with the HDFC Bank Limited. Now, this is, of course, for inventory funding for its dealers at attractive interest rates. Now, the agreement has features such as online fund transfers, online repayment, real-time viewing of account status, etc., and considerably reduces transaction time. Now, as a part of this arrangement, HDFC will provide funding to over 600 dealers of TVS Motor Company across the country. Now, this will enable them to increase their working capital to boost vehicle stocks and consequently enhance retail sales. Well, moving ahead now, the horrors of the 2008 crisis in the job market are only too recent and painful to be forgotten. But as the world looks on at uncertain economic times, is the job market bullish or bearish? Experts are divided. Let's take a look.
One of the West's most successful economies, Germany, grew in the April to June quarter at an excruciatingly slow pace of 0.1%. In the same time frame, India surged by 7.7%. Impressive as it may seem, the underlying sentiments reveal a very different and ominous picture for job seekers.
There are certain industries where they are directly in touch with international export imports and growth, and where there is a foreign investment coming in. There will be a little stagnation in terms of growth parameters, and therefore they would look at it, the recruitment to be done or not to done, or whether it can be stalled.
We are all become cautious now. I mean, we take a very cautious approach, a calculated approach in terms of what is happening around globally. There are a lot of jitters, as you said.
Analysts say job seekers may be in for some turbulence, and the global economic concerns could hurt job prospects. RBI, with the aim of tackling inflation, has hiked key lending rates, which essentially means that loans are getting more expensive. With increasing costs of credit demand and investment, the two growth triggers have fallen. In fact, corporate investments from April to June of 2011 have fallen by 35% when compared to the same period last year. Falling profitability could also lead to corporates thinking twice before hiring in a big way. From April to June, the profitability of India Incorporated was only 15%, although expectations were of a robust 17%. Meanwhile, global concerns continue to have a bearing on corporate sentiments, and importantly, the biggest yet the most nervous economy of US appears to have floundered in its approach. Paul Krugman argues that US has misplaced priorities by not tackling issues of unemployment. And as unemployment rate in the US is not expected to come below 6% before 2017, it is not a rosy picture at all. Importantly, the pressure is already being felt with hiring in the IT sector coming down by 49% in August. Educationists too are sounding cautious.
The answer is in the interim, yes. This year we are going to have some dip in the employability as well as employment opportunities. Definitely yes. And the reason that is going to happening is because the United States sort of gloom and doom.
However, it's not all doom and gloom. Research papers released by Naukri.com and the Manpower Employment Outlook Survey India have predicted healthy growth in hiring in this financial year. And sections within India Incorporated also shared the optimism.
There could be a small blip, or there could be a little lowering of a sentiment for a while. But I think job market is here to stay and continue to be buoyant. And as somebody has rightly said, the strength of our country is the.
Experts say that the lean period could be utilized to nurture skills and competencies. The bull run could not be too far away. In Chennai with Ashmat Kumar, this is Dipti Kumar for NDTV Hindu.
Well, moving ahead now, earlier this evening, a unique MBA class was in progress at a city college. A select group of MBA and BBA students from around the state crammed themselves into the seminar hall, ears peeled, to grasp all the important nuances to marketing a Tamil film. Now, a unique and an upcoming trend of filmmakers employing alternate methods to market their films. Filmmaker Dhanapal Padmanabhan and his media company came up with the ingenious idea, in fact, to get MBA students to take up promoting and marketing of his forthcoming film, Krishnaveni Panjali. Now, before the students set out on an intensive 2-month internship to put to action the 7 marketing P's they've studied, the students had a crash course of the things to do and not to do by the industry experts themselves. Now, with an eminent panel comprising of Chandra Mohan Pani from Reliance Media Works, Dhanayajan of UTV, Prabhu from Studio Green, Director Balu Mahindran, and Mr. Mafoy of K. Pandya Rajan, the eager students sure took home more than they had signed up for.
Small movies, it needs more push. If I have star cast and I have any fantastic team in place, film will have automatically a good opening. But for small movies, if we have good content also, we need to push ourselves. So this is a part of our promotional plan. For any film, youth audience are coming first. So naturally we want to reach youth audience. So these students will reach their own student community. Not only that, it will have a ripple effect of attracting more youth towards theatre.
Well, that's all we have time for in this bulletin. Keep watching NDTV Hindu.